Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Coach Danny Alvarez, Alvarez Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Arlington, Texas. I've been a black belt for 14 years. I've been in Jiu-Jitsu well over 20 years, and I've had my academy, Alvarez Jiu-Jitsu, here in Arlington, a little over 13 years, going on 14. What advice would I give? What would fourth degree black belt Danny give the brand new white belt Danny starting the journey in Jiu-Jitsu? Would be to study more of the mental game, the mental toughness. To me, I feel like throughout this journey, Jiu-Jitsu really shows you who you really are inside. It will break you down until your core and pull out what's really inside you. And if you're not ready to deal with the mental part of this journey, it will be a very, very tough, long road. And fortunately for me, I came across some very good influences, mentors that I listen to, books that I read, things that I, on a daily basis, every single morning that when I wake up, how I start my day makes a huge difference in how my day goes and how my training goes and how basically everything in life goes. I didn't have that at my disposal as a white belt, and I would just come in and just train jiu-jitsu like everyone else and just focus on the techniques and the moves and the grappling portion of it and getting better in jiu-jitsu, but I really wasn't focused on the mental aspect of it. And I feel like the mental aspect is what's really missing in jiu-jitsu. If you're not focused on that, it will make it a very long and difficult journey. But if you get that right away, it will make a huge impact on how well your training goes, how fast you grow, and how you're able to deal with the ups and downs with jiu-jitsu. How does jiu-jitsu and life come together? How are they the same? With my students every day, it's just not teaching techniques. I'm always talking about just life in general because of the ups and downs that you're going to deal with on the mat. Again, it will show you who you are inside, your true character, and just like you're going to have problems on the mat, you have problems in life. And honestly, if it just wasn't for jiu-jitsu, I would not be able to handle and deal with what life throws at me the way I do now without jiu-jitsu. Without jiu-jitsu, I would probably break and fold and want to just give up like so many people do because they don't have jiu-jitsu. And you need something like jiu-jitsu to test you and push you day in and day out to give you problems. Jiu-jitsu is about problem solving. It's about overcoming, not only yourself, but your opponent on the mat, your teammates that are trying to impose their game and their will on you. And so these struggles that we deal with on the mat every day has a direct correlation in life. And I just honestly feel like without jiu-jitsu, I would not be as successful or have gone and done the things that I have done without jiu-jitsu. The most gratifying part of my journey, in the beginning, it was just training. Like, I just love jiu-jitsu, the passion for jiu-jitsu. But over time, the most gratifying thing about jiu-jitsu is the people. I'm a people person. I'm a very outgoing person. I love people. And you need it to be able to be in this position that I'm in as an instructor, as a coach. And I just feel like the people that you meet, come in contact with, that just you encounter, that the friends that you make through jiu-jitsu, that being able to teach and instruct and help kids, teens, and adults achieve their goals through jiu-jitsu is absolutely the most gratifying thing that I've achieved through jiu-jitsu. Has taken me to places I never thought possible. Like, you would see things, coming up through jiu-jitsu, I really didn't have, there was really no Facebook, no Instagram, YouTube. There wasn't these things always in your face like they are now. I would just see things in magazines and stuff and see other people competing all over the world and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, I can do that. I want to do that. Obviously, I got to train and put myself in a position to go out and do that. Once I did put myself in a position to do that, jiu-jitsu has taken me all over. I've been to Tokyo 3 times. I've been to Lisbon, Portugal 6, 7 times, maybe more. Abu Dhabi twice, Brazil, Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro multiple times, Australia, Paris, just all places all over the world, all because of jiu-jitsu. And if it wasn't for jiu-jitsu and competing and those kind of, and just jiu-jitsu period, I would never probably step foot on those places. And so being able to travel the world and compete along with my daughter Danielle, to not only compete together, but to compete at the highest level at black belt and go out and win together and lose together. Of course, we've had our share of losses in other countries, but we definitely had our share of wins. That's brought us closer. That shows us what we can do, who we are, and it definitely pushes us to go further, to want more and see what else we can do. And not only that, but to help the people that are coming up underneath us, show them like, hey, you can do this also, and we can help guide you because we've been there, done that, not just, talking or theory of some sort. We've actually put in the work and gone through what you're getting ready to go through. So yeah, without jiu-jitsu, there's no way I've been to just some of the beautiful places that I've seen with my own eyes. What message would I give to someone just starting in jiu-jitsu? Again, the first thing is just to be ready mentally. It's kind of hard to be that way, but just knowing that this is going to be a very long and tough journey. It's a very fun journey. It can be fun, but it's definitely mentally and physically challenging. So for one, you got to be mentally prepared, like just pre-framing yourself that this is it's not going to be easy. The second thing is consistency. The biggest thing that I've learned, because I've never taken a break through jiu-jitsu. I've had a couple of injuries that have taken me off the mat for a couple months at a time. But besides that, I've never had the urge or want to I don't want to go to class. I'm just going to take a break for a while and then I'll come back to it later. For 20-something years, I've been very consistent in jiu-jitsu. And I feel like just consistency in anything that you want to be successful in, you have to be consistent. You got to show up. Good days, bad days, tired days, rainy days, cold days, hot days, just don't feel like it days, whatever it is, you absolutely must show up. Some students can train every day. That's not really normal. The average is 2 to 3 times a week. And you space out your days and you get your family time in, your school time in, or whatever it is that else that you got going on. But you absolutely must be committed and stay true to what you signed up for and what you have. Because that's the thing, as soon as it gets hard and you're tired and life gets in the way, I've just seen so many people just veer off the path because that's what life is supposed to do. Life is supposed to test you to see how bad you really want this thing. And as soon as things get tough and things get hard, just not only jiu-jitsu, but just anything in life, you just see people quit because they're just allowing life to just win. And with the right people around you and the right coach and the right atmosphere and the right team, like Alvarez Jiu-Jitsu, we can definitely help you with that. And if you're not anywhere in this academy, then definitely try to find a school, a coach that can give you that. Because a lot of places just teach, and you can learn jiu-jitsu anywhere, but can you learn that other aspect of it? Can you be held accountable? And that's one of the things here is you're definitely going to be held accountable for what you say, So it's consistency and just knowing that it's going to be a long road and pre-framing yourself like, yeah, it's going to be challenging, it's going to be tough, but I'm ready to take up that challenge.